The religion.
Women have a responsibility in seeking knowledge too. Women should gather together and either find a female teacher or a male teacher and say, can you please teach us? Learn from them. Question answers on a daily basis. That's how women develop. The women in our community, unfortunately, a lot of them are just shy to go to their scholars. And they hide behind the flag of modesty, that I'm being modest. If modesty prevents you from seeking knowledge, that's not modesty. You guys understand that? If your hijab or your voice or your whatever aspect of modesty that you're hiding behind prevents you from seeking knowledge, it's not called modesty. You understand? It's called something else. It's not modesty though. A lady comes to the Prophet ﷺ, she says, "O Messenger of Allah, I need to tell you something." The Prophet ﷺ said, "Okay, tell me." She said, "It's a marriage thing. I need to speak to you privately." The Prophet ﷺ said, "Come close." She sat so close to the Prophet ﷺ that she was whispering in his ear. You know how close you have to be to whisper to someone? You know how close you have to be? Very close. And he's whispering back to her. They're having this very private, intimate conversation. There was no modesty that prevented them from learning from one another. You guys understand? And it was such a blessed conversation of theirs that Allah records that conversation in the Quran. قَدْ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ قَوْلَ الَّتِي تُجَادِلُكَ فِي زَوْجِهَا وَتَشْتَكِي إِلَى اللَّهِ وَاللَّهُ يَسْمَعُ تَحَاوُرَكُمَا. Allah can hear you whispering to each other. Right? The companions, they came and they asked the Prophet very openly. The female companions. They had a relationship, they had a connection. And they were also, given positions in the community. Umar radiallahu anh, during his khilafah, he came to the market of Medina Munawwara and he realized people weren't dealing the way they should be dealing. The market wasn't right. Some things were happening that weren't appropriate. So what he did was he appointed a person in charge of running the entire finance ministry of Medina Munawwara. The hub of Islam, the city of Medina Munawwara. Umar radiallahu anh appointed one person to watch over the entire market. And he said to this person that whatever verdict you give, we will give it. Whatever verdict you give, we will give it. And you are responsible for punishing people, and if you wish, you can kick them out of the market if they don't listen to you. And who was this person? Her name was Shifa binti Abdullah. What was her name? Shifa binti Abdullah. And for the women who think that, we're not really supposed to contribute, if that was the case, then why did Umar radiallahu anh put a lady on his market? You guys understand the question? Why did Umar radiallahu anh put a lady in charge of the market? No answer. Right? Because we've misunderstood the deen. We've misunderstood the deen. We think that the deen is oppression on women. Women are not supposed to be involved in the community. But that wasn't the prophetic model. Women were involved even in the battlefield. If there was ever a battle, women went. In the masjid, what's her name? Umar radiallahu anh's wife, Atika bint Zayd radiallahu anha. She was married to him. And she would when he would go to the masjid, she would follow him. The hadith is in Muwatta Imam Malik. And he would say to her, "Where are you going?" She said, "I'm going to the masjid with you, Fajr Salah." So he would say to her, or any Salah of the day, he would say to her, "Where are you going?" She said, "I'm going to the masjid." Umar radiallahu anh would say, "I prefer you don't." She said, "Are you going to stop me from that what Allah gave me permission for?" He would say, "No." She would say, "Are you going to lead me or should I lead you?" And who's going to lead the way to the masjid? Let's go together. And she would regularly, Atika bint Zayd radiallahu anha, would attend the masjid. So, we've chosen things from the deen that we like, and the things that we don't like, we've trashed them. But in reality, there's a balance in the deen. Women also have a position. Yes?